Hello everybody, I hope you're doing well today. Just wanted to keep you appraised as to what's going on here. If you haven't seen my other videos, you can pretty much search my Facebook page. Just wanted to keep you guys appraised of what's going on here with the property that I live in. If you live in this town, you pretty much know this building. It's been here forever. First came to this property about 5 years ago and made it my home. I am a single income. I get to see my son on the weekends, and he loves to come and see Daddy. He even draws pictures, little houses, and writes Daddy's house on it and Chase Daddy. I just want to let you know that since this guy came in and bought up multiple properties around town, I have heard countless reports of him raising rent to an ungodly amount and a lot of people having to leave. Now, you would think that if you were offering up living spaces at a reasonable rate, that you would be able to keep tenants there, tenants who have been there a while. We have a solid rental history with 2 rental companies that took over these properties. But now, if you look behind me, unit number 10, unit number 9, unit number 8, and unit number 5 of this building are vacant now. Those who were month to month and not protected by a lease were told on the first of last month that the rent was going to go up. And it's not the 20%, which is usual. This was 2 times the rent. When I first got to this apartment 5 years ago, I was paying $495. And every year I signed a 1-year lease. There has been your 20% average increase over the years, and I was currently paying in between $600 and $700 a month for my unit under my lease. Everybody who was month to month, and I can't speak to what they were paying before, but they were all told that they were going to be going to $1,250 a month beginning October 1st, which was just a couple days ago. And because of that, 4 units are empty now. The rest of us are protected by leases. Mine comes up in about a month, and at which time I expect to be given a notice that my rent will be going month to month and that I will be charged $1,300. He's already listing these properties at $1,300 per unit. Now, these are 2-bedroom, 1-bath, townhouse style domiciles. And if you look at this building, you'll see that it's old and in no way worth that. I mean, you can see the paint's chipping, the boards are pulling off, and if I was to continue at my current rate plus a 20%, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But because he's intentionally charging more than what these people who live here and have lived here for years, twice and even 3 and 4 times as much as what they've been paying, is nothing short of economic eviction. And he's doing it all over town. Where are these people going? I don't know. Some have told me that they're going back east to live with their parents. Some have told me they're splitting up. The man is going to get a job somewhere. The girl is going to have to go to her mom's house. Other people said, well, we gotta move in with friends. We don't have our own place because This guy is jacking up the rent on all of these properties around town because he bought all the lower end properties where the working people live. People like me, people like my neighbors. We're having families ripped apart because the place that they were in that they could afford, they can no longer afford. I myself can no longer afford this. And in a couple of months, I'm going to have to leave this. And I have come to enjoy my space. I've come to enjoy the fact that I'm able to do something on my own, pay for my rent. I never was late. I never lost electricity because of short payment. I work my tail feathers to the bone. Oh, it's kind of weird. But I have always worked, sometimes 2 and 3 jobs. And right after what was the harshest part of the pandemic in 2020, into the beginning of the year, when things started opening back up here, we breathed a sigh of relief. Good, we can get back to work. We can do things. We can get on top of stuff. And then this guy comes in and starts jacking everything up. And that's making everything else go up all around town. And we have no support from the mayor. He says that because this guy's not going through a rental company, he's not governed by the normal rules and regulations that Arizona tenants enjoy. So basically, it's his own personal property, and even though he has a company, which this card shows an office here in Havasu on McCulloch. If his business is here, then you would expect him to have done his research on what the median income is here for the people that he is providing a service for. But no, he doesn't care. He's raising the rent. If you don't like it, get out. I don't care where you go. I've sent emails to him that went unanswered. And it wasn't until I threatened going to the city and pressing legal issues because of the condition of my apartment that was not my fault. There's holes in the walls. There was exposed pipe, insulation, and electrical wires that my son could have been hurt by. He didn't do anything until I threatened him with going to the city. And now I hear that one of my other neighbors down the way, the whole wall behind his stove is bare walled, and they have a trash bag stapled across it. No way is it healthy, no way is it sanitary. But this is what he's doing. All 4 of those units that came open, he's had his property manager here working on them, getting them cleaned up, ready to rent out. My unit is still not fixed properly. My neighbor's unit is still not fixed properly, but they continue to crank out the work for making ready these apartments for new renters. And at $1,300, you have to have multiple incomes in order to afford it. I'm on my own. My neighbor was on his own. And he found something better in town for himself at the same price. There's got to be something that gets through to these people that shows them that they're doing this, hurting the community. I came here in '96 after I left the Navy, and now this former non-commissioned officer in the United States Navy is being economically evicted from a guy who came from California to invest in properties. He's destroying this community, he's destroying families, and he's destroying livelihoods. And I just hope that someday I'll be able to have my own place again, because right now it looks like I'm going to have to cohabitate. It's not right, but I hope you guys take care of each other. And if you guys feel strongly enough about this, you need to contact your mayor. You need to contact your government officials and let them know that unless they're willing to support the working class of Lake Havasu City, Arizona, they're not going to get our votes. We need places to live that we can afford working here. Thank you, and have a good night.